Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Wednesday. I actually thought that when I started the camera, it was gonna fog up. Because the camera, I just brought it outside from inside, and the camera is so cold from it being in the air conditioning, and it is so hot today that I was like, it's gonna fog up immediately. But it's hot, but it doesn't feel very humid out, so maybe that's why it didn't fog up. I don't know, but I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful because so I just got back from the pool probably about 15 minutes ago. Caroline and I came back from the pool, and Alex just left for dinner to meet up with his girlfriend. So it's currently, little time check, it is currently 4:41. Caroline and I left the pool, I think about 4:25. And I came home and put my stuff away and changed took my swimsuit off and put my shorts on. And then Alex, he came up to the pool once he got home from work. He came up to the pool and he said hi to Caroline. He said hi to these people that we met and hung out for a second. And then he went to go meet his girlfriend at Indianapolis for dinner. And so I was like, you know what? I am so relaxed. I am so relaxed. Caroline and I went to Cousin Fun Day today. When we got back from Cousin Fun Day, she had to answer some emails. So she sat in the driveway and answered emails, and then she went to the pool. I gave her the key to go to the pool. And I was like, I want to film this haul video really quick, because I like to do the grocery store hauls. So I filmed a grocery store haul, and then I went inside really quick, and I rendered it and started uploading it. And then, and all of that took less than 20 minutes. And then I changed into my swimsuit, and I met her up by the pool. So we got to the pool, I don't know, it was 2:30 or something like that. I don't even know what time it was. But anyway, so we spent 2 hours at the pool today. It's been such a wonderful day. I feel so good today. I'm so happy. And I just feel very, very content. And last night was great, and hung out with Tanya. Marriage counseling was great. I got good sleep last night. Not as much as I wish I had, but I got good sleep last night. I don't know, today was a good day, and I just feel very, very at peace and content with the world. And so I was like, my plan was when I got back from the pool, because I knew that Alex was going to dinner. Hold on a second, Nikki is texting me. My plan was I was gonna film this Peter Watches TV video, because the other night I watched that, her last broadcast documentary. So I was gonna do that video today, and then I was gonna do a drama video. And then I also had the haul for my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I got back here, what is this? Aww. That was sweet. Anyway, I'll text her when I get done. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna film my vlog, and then I'm gonna, when I get this done, Alex is going out to dinner, and then they'll probably go for a glass of wine, and then he'll be home not too late. So I was like, you know what? And then tomorrow night, Alex and I are going out to dinner with the girlfriend of his and her husband that she had to cancel last week. So we're going to dinner tomorrow night, and I'm really excited about that. And so he'll be home later tonight. We'll probably watch either The Housewives and get caught up on it, or watch a Final Destination. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna vlog. And I am going to just do that in my Peter Does Stuff video. And then I'm gonna walk when I get my vlog done for a little while. I wanna finish this second Christmas book, and I wanna get started on the Alex Cross books. I was listening to it last night. I have You Better Watch Out. I have 22 minutes left of this. So I want to finish this, and I want to start the Alex Cross books for July. Take a walk, come back, and take a shower, put comfy pajamas on, watch a couple shows with Alex. Yeah, and I'm just excited to relax and all that. So yeah, let's do a little temperature check too, because I kind of want to see how warm it is. Caroline said it's supposed to be really, really nice tomorrow too. She's like, tomorrow's supposed to be a good pool day as well. So it is 90 degrees right now, but it says it feels like 99. It was there were some clouds, but it was beautiful at the pool today. And there really weren't that many people there. When I got there, well, I was just a little bit after Caroline. When we got there, hey, how are you? Good, hey, Tiger. When I got up there, well, Caroline was there, and then it was this guy that I know him, I know his wife more, but he was up there with his granddaughter today, and she's going into high school, so Caroline and I were talking to him, and then this other woman that I know, that I go to the pool with quite a bit in the neighborhood, she's the one that her and the other woman were drinking the chocolate beer. So it's her daughter-in-law, and then her daughter-in-law, and then her granddaughter was up there who's in high school, and then her grandson, I think he's like 6 or 7, she said, and he had 2 of his friends with him. So the pool is, I mean, it was rather tame today. And they were kind of, the kids were down at the deep end of the pool, and we were just kind of like Caroline and I and this woman. Well, the grandfather left right after we got there. We talked to him for like 20 minutes and he left. So it was Caroline and I and this woman, and we just like, I met her once last summer. And so we just sat in the shallow end of the pool and talked the whole time. It was so nice. It was so relaxing. Oh, I was going to see about tomorrow. Because Caroline said the pool is supposed to be really nice tomorrow too. So if it's nice tomorrow, heat advisory. Oh, it is tomorrow. 95, sunshine and clouds mixed, hot around 95. Friday, 90, scattered thunderstorms. Saturday, intervals of cloud and sunshine, 92. Sunday, thunderstorms, 89. Next week is, I might go to the pool tomorrow. I might get up and film a couple videos, then go to the pool, and then come back and film my vlog is what I might do tomorrow. You know, in all honesty, like 2 hours at the pool is kind of enough for me. I love to spend a whole day at the pool and just read and whatever, but like 2 hours is like 1.5 to 2 hours is like a really good amount of time at the pool. So tomorrow I might get up and try to get to the pool. If I could do like from 3 to 5 and then come back and then film. Oh, you know what though? We have dinner tomorrow night. I'll have to ask Alex what time that dinner is. Do I have therapy tomorrow, or do we have it next week? I had it last week, so I won't have it till next week, next Thursday. So yeah, so let's go back. I'm gonna try to stay a little organized today. So last night, got ready, took the Uber over to marriage counseling last night. Had a really, really good counseling session last night, and it went really, really quickly, honestly. So anyway, had a good marriage counseling session, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But then, after the marriage counseling session, Alex took me, so Tanya texted me while I was in the counseling session. She said she was at the kennel. She was like, have Alex drop you off at the kennel. Alex was having dinner with a girlfriend of his last night at 6:45. So he was dropping me off, and then he was going to meet her for dinner. So, I'm gonna take my sandals off. So he dropped me off he came and said hi to Tanya and all kind of stuff, and to Nick, her son, and then I hung out at the kennel for like 20 minutes with Tanya while she was finishing stuff up. I talked to her son Nick and some of the other people that work there and whatever, and then after that, Tanya and I, so we left there at like 6:30 and our meeting didn't start till 8. So Tanya was like, well, where do you want to go? And I was like, well, I don't really have anything where to go. I want to go to Miriam's to get my coffee. And so she was like, okay, you want to go to Miriam's tonight and get coffee instead of like some other place? And I was like, yeah, because sometimes we go to this like square in Noblesville, this little coffee shop in Noblesville. So I was like, yes, I want my espresso tonic, which by the way, I said this in my haul today. But people keep on sending me, I think I have a picture of it somewhere. Nikki sent it to me and a bunch of other people sent it to me. It's like a 4-pack of cans. I think it's orange espresso tonic, like coffee drink in cans that you can get from Trader Joe's. They do not have it at our Trader Joe's yet. And in fact, I asked somebody there, and then another woman that worked there, she was like shopping. She was like, oh, I want them too, and they're not out yet. She's like, so when they come in, I'll like save you one because I know you come in here once a week. And I was like, okay, thanks. Because I really, really want to try them. So, but we went to Miriam's last night, and I got my espresso tonic. Tanya and I sat, so whenever you go in there, it's like, there's always like a lot of people. Like we came in with like we were at like the front of like 6 other people. So she's like taking orders and she's making the drinks and stuff. So we just kind of sat down there and talked for a little bit. And then after that we got our drinks, we still had like an hour until we had to get to the meeting. So we just drove around like the country roads of Noblesville, and we talked and told funny stories. It just was so nice last night. Like Tanya even said, I said, it's so nice just like driving around with you, drinking coffee. She's like, yeah, it's home. Like this is home for us, you know? And it was so nice. So then we went to our meeting last night from 8 to 9. It was interesting because so like our home group meeting that we go to, which we don't go to as much as we used to, but they split up, right? So like you split up into group 1, 2, or 3, and then there was a beginners group. In the summer, there's not as many people there as there are in the winter because there's a lot of older people. Is that how it is? Well, anyway, last night it wasn't that busy. There was like probably 20 people there. And so the groups, when they split up, were small. Well, Tanya and I usually always sit in the same group. Even if we're sitting, like, you count off, like, 1, 2, 3. And so, like, all the ones sit together. Twos, get what I'm saying? And then if you're a beginner, you just ignore your number and you just go sit in that group. Well, Tanya and I usually always sit in the same group in case, like our group gets out, like, 20 minutes earlier, then she doesn't have to wait for me and things like that. So last night, and then we used to all sit in one room, which was like this, like, gymnasium in this church, but it's so loud that there's, like, breakout rooms now on either side. So, like, one stay in the gym, and then beginners, 2s and 3s go into side rooms. So Tanya and I started walking in. I think I was a 2, so she walked in with me, and we walked into the room for 2s. Well, it was me and 3 other people in there plus Tanya. Well, there was like a new woman. So whenever there's a new woman, a lot of, like, the women go to sit wherever the new woman does. So Tanya went to go sit with that group. So it was me with 3 other people in this meeting last night. It was 4 of us in a meeting. And we went the whole time. I couldn't believe it. It was such a good meeting. I mean, I heard so many things I needed to hear. We talked about fear. We talked about resentments. Talked about, like, service work, applying these principles of all of our affairs, step 12. It was just a really, really good meeting. And, saw a lot of people I hadn't seen for a while. It was really good to see people that I hadn't seen. It was just really nice. Just, last night felt like a Tuesday night of Tanya and I's from, like, 15 years ago. It really did feel like home, you know? And, so then after that, Tanya was like, she was like, I really want to get a fountain pop. And I was like, okay. At that point, I'd had this espresso tonic. And I'd had a little coffee earlier in the day, so I was like, I probably shouldn't get a fountain pop. But I never go anywhere to get a fountain pop anymore. I'm not with Tanya that much. So we went to this gas station. The guy at the gas station was so funny. He's like, you guys are hilarious. Because he was like, I mean, Tanya and I were, like, talking in the gas station, kind of, like, yelling at each other. I mean, we're the only 2 in there, you know. And she's like, what are you going to get? So anyway, I almost was just going to get a bottle of water. And I was like, just get a fountain pop and drink it while you're with Tanya. I mean, it's like 89 cents. And then, you know, so anyway. So we got the fountain pops, and then she took the long, she always goes, I take the long way home. So we took the long way home, and I got home, I don't know what time I got home. I think, like, the first thing I did when I came in, because I came in and I, like, turned on the lights because all the lights were off, and Alex was upstairs watching TV, and he always, like, goes, because he sees the lights come on, and so he'll go, hello, and so, like, I came in the kitchen, I turned the lights on, he goes, hello, and I was like, hello, so I said, let me put up my vlog real quick. So I think it was, like, I got home at, like, 5 till 10 or something like that. So, put up the vlog, and then, like, closed down the computer, and then I went upstairs. You know, like, whenever I go out, I always, like, wear, like, a watch and, like, a bracelet, my ring, and all that kind of stuff, and my hat. I don't wear, like, if I'm not on video and I'm not out, I don't just wear a hat around the house. Like, I just, you know, I just don't. It's not comfortable all the time and stuff like that. So, oh, my hair looks kind of cute. I look cute today. Well, I guess that doesn't look so cute. It's like that Kate Gosselin, remember, on the back when her hair stuck up like that. Anyway, did I get any sun today? I feel like I got a little bit of sun. Anyway, I don't know if I could possibly get more sun. So I came upstairs, and then I took off I was taking off my watch, I was putting on my pajamas and stuff like that. I really wanted to take a nap, but I knew that Caroline was going to come today at 12:15, and we were going to go run errands. I didn't have that many errands to run. And then I knew that she, like, we had talked about going to the pool. I knew she really wanted to go to the pool. So I was like, I don't want to be super tired for all of that, so I'm not going to stay up late. So if I take a nap at this point, because by the time I got upstairs, it was probably like, I don't know, like 10:30, 10:45. And so, like, Tanya texted me, because I was like, text me when you get home so I know you're safe. So she texted me when she got home. We were texting back and forth a little bit. And Nikki and I think I talked to Nikki, and then I went upstairs. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't remember the order of all of it. Doesn't matter. Took off my jewelry and, like, you know, jewelry. My watch and my bracelet and my ring. And changed in my comfy clothes. Because I had taken a shower and everything before I left. And I was really, really hungry, so I came downstairs and I ate some Trader Joe's, all this stuff that I had left. And I was, like, making my list of what I had to do for Caroline today. And then Alex, like, came downstairs and he was like, are you staying up? You're not going to take a nap? And I said, no, I think if I take a nap, I'll probably wake up at, like, 1, then I won't be, I said, I just want to stay up. I'm going to watch some show. And I already had watched her last broadcast, and that was what I was going to do my video about today. So I knew I didn't need to watch anything to review. I don't like to, like, have, like, 2 or 3 shows that I've watched to review, because then they kind of, like, in my head get all switched up. If that makes sense, if I don't take notes on them. So, like, I won't watch anything tonight to react to. Oh, tonight, Big Brother's on. I won't watch anything tonight, like, to react to. Tomorrow I'll do my reaction to her last broadcast, and then tomorrow I'll probably watch the new Trainwreck documentary, and then this weekend sometime, or at the beginning of the week, I'll watch, like, I still have to get caught up on 1,000-Pound Roomies and do the finale. I think I'm going to watch both of the last episodes and just do it as one combined video. And until the new shows come out in the fall, I think I'm going to do a lot of true crime. I'm going to start doing tons of true crime. Any new true crime that comes out, I'm going to watch it and react to it. Because people seem to really like that over there. People have been asking me to do Welcome to Plathville reactions. There's a lot of scandal that's going on with Welcome to Plathville. And a lot of allegations that come out. I don't know any of the allegations. I'm not on TikTok. I haven't, if somebody I thought about, I was going to do a drama video about it actually. That might be my drama video tomorrow because so many people, I think on my drama channel, because I'm so passionate about TV, I know this won't make a lot of sense to people, but let me just explain. So my Peter Watches TV channel is literally just me reacting. Like I'll say on there when I do like a true crime documentary, I'll say, this is not me talking about the case or my feelings about the case or whatever. This is literally my reaction to the documentary. So like this is not like me going over the whole case. I might give background on the case, but I talk about it from the perspective of the documentary. So when I do like Sister Wives coverage, 1,000-Pound Sisters coverage, it's literally me reacting to that episode. I don't get into a lot of the drama. If I've seen it, like on Sister Wives, like the selling of Coyote Pass or whatever, their land, the property they owned, if I've seen the articles or I know something about it, I might bring it up. But I'm not doing drama videos over there. Does that make sense? I'm actually thinking about doing more and more, not all the time, but every once in a blue moon. I did like a Tammy Slayton drama video a while ago. People seem to like it. So I might like slowly start doing more like TV drama videos, like housewife drama every once in a while, Sister Wives. So I might do the Welcome to Plathville video, and then if it gets enough traction on my drama channel, I might cover it. I think it comes out this week. I might cover it watching it. I think last year I did cover every episode of Welcome to Plathville, or at least one or two of them. Here's the problem. I don't really know. Like, Sister Wives is entertaining. First of all, like, Cody Brown and Robin are just idiots. They're just total idiots. And they believe their own bullshit. If that makes sense. Like, they're just like such great reality TV characters. And then the other wives are constantly like checking them in the confessional. So when you watch it, it's just a shit show. 1,000-Pound Sisters, it's like all the siblings like pile up on each other. And they're just such great reality television characters. 1,000-Pound Roomies with, you know, Jazz and Anisha. I love them. Like, they're great characters. The Welcome to Plathville people, in all honesty, like, I'm not really that interested in them. I don't think any of them are that enigmatic. I don't think any of them that have that great personalities. I think all of the men are extremely misogynistic. I think all of the men, I don't know, there's a lot of issues with the show and the show is not so fast-paced, and I'm not so interested in it, that I really care to hear a 5th season about Mariah's singing career that's never going to take off. Like, I don't care. I just don't care. So for me to watch it, I'm literally going to watch it just for the reaction, and I'm kind of at a point in my life where I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not going to, unless I watch like an episode or two and I can get really into it, then I'm not going to. And I think the thing is that a lot of people are wanting to cover it because of these scandals that have come out. But the problem is, I should probably be saving this for a whole Peter Watches TV channel. The problem is, I know how they're going to do the show, okay? They're not going to bring up the scandals until the very end of the season, if they even bring them up at all, because it makes the Plaths look horrible. It makes, especially Ethan and what's the other, the model, I can't remember his name is, but it makes those kids look horrible. Because there's all these allegations from like Olivia Plath, and I think, I can't think what his name is. Anyway, the model. His ex-girlfriend comes out and speaks. I don't know. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to watch that, but we'll see. But I'm thinking about doing that video, like doing some more like TV drama on my drama video, you know? I don't know. People, this is the interesting thing, is that people say, they're like, you always talk about the same 5 people, which is true, I do. But if I talk about anybody different, nobody watches that video. But if I talk about Jeffree Star, that's the video that gets a lot of views over there. But then people say, but you always talk about the same 5 people. It's not really everybody. It's like 2 or 3 people will say you always talk about the same 5 people. But they're checking in and watching, aren't they? They sure are watching those videos. But anyway, so last night I did not take a nap. So I came downstairs, I lit the candles, I came out here, I did my prayers and meditations. And, oh, when I talked to Alex, when Alex came downstairs, he said, well, I'm going to watch one more episode, then I'm going to go to bed. Because he and his coworker, she picked him up this morning, they had to go to an office. It's like an hour and a half from here. So he had to leave here at like 7 o'clock this morning. So he's like, I've got to be up and ready to go because she's picking me up at like 7. So he had to be out the door really quick. So he went to, or out really early. So he went to bed really early last night. So I was like, okay. He's like, are you going to, I was like, I don't think I'm going to stay up that late. So we know that's a damn lie, right? Well, I wasn't planning on it. So maybe I talked to Nikki after all that. I think I talked to her after all that because, yeah. Because when I talked to Nikki, Rita the raccoon was out here. Rita the raccoon, I didn't take none of the bird feeders down last night, but when I came out here today, the goldfinch feeder was on the ground. It's not, I looked, it's plexiglass. She can't break it. She was really, I got some good pictures of her last night. Okay, so she's getting a little friendly. Rita the raccoon's getting a little friendly. She's coming, like, she doesn't come up the walkway, but she comes to the edge of the walkway. I got good pictures of her last night. Hold on a second. I was just showing them to my neighbor not too long ago. Where's she at? Okay, here's Rita. Do you see her? She's knocking the bird feeder. Do you see her? Here she is getting ready to hang from the bird feeder. Where is she at? Hold on a second. Where's the other? Can't really see her, but here she is drinking out of the water bowl. Here she is staring a hole through me. Okay. What was so funny last night was that I was taking these pictures while I had Nikki on speakerphone, and Nikki said, what is so funny about you is, she goes like, people think you're so different probably like on your vlogs, because you are so exactly the same like as you're on your vlog. She goes like with the naming of the animals and the talking to the animals, and I just started laughing. She's like, no, but seriously, she's like when I'm talking to you on the phone. So I'm like sitting here last night talking to Nikki on speakerphone, taking these pictures, and I was like, hey Rita, how are you? I go, what's going on, girl? You hungry? I said, well, I put lots of food out there for you, Rita. There's a buffet down there. She's just looking at me the whole time, you know, Rita the raccoon. Then these two bunny rabbits came over there today. I bought a lettuce mix for the bunny rabbits, because they come, but they're not scared of Rita the raccoon at all. So anyway, but she comes, and last night she actually stayed. She got up in the trees for a little while. The only bird feeder that was knocked down was the finch feeder. So, but she is eating all the food on the ground and stuff like that. So anyway, but she doesn't stay for very long. And it's just her. Like, she comes, and then she eats, and then she's gone. And I come out here several times throughout the night, like, you know, if I get a phone call or whatever while I'm watching shows. I don't see her again. I see her for like 20 minutes, and then she's gone. I don't see her ever again. So anyway, that was last night. Then I went inside, and I was like, what do I want to watch? Oh, I was listening to this audiobook. I was folding some laundry and doing all kind of stuff. And I was like, I was listening to something else, too. What was I listening to? I don't know. But anyway, so I was like, I'm going to sit down and watch these shows. What did I do? I did something else last night. Well, anyway, I don't remember. Because I didn't get started until like, well, I stayed up late, but I didn't stay up as late as I usually do. So I was in bed by like 4:30, I think, and I was probably asleep by like 5. It was dark, because I was like, oh, I do fall asleep. Woo, Kelsey. I do fall asleep easier when it's dark upstairs when the sun's not coming out. Surprise! So, because I was getting real tired laying there in bed. But anyway, I was like, I'm going to watch just one show tonight, like all the way through. So I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of The Strain. Okay, I'm loving that show. I'm absolutely loving the show. I didn't know like how to describe it to people. So it's about this like virus that happens to New York City that comes off this plane. But it's really about vampires. It's a vampire show, okay? I wasn't going to say that, but now they say it on the show, that it's vampire, so I guess I can say it. It is really, really well done, okay? But if you have to like scary shows, and you have to like zombie, like it's kind of a mix between a zombie and a vampire. So, I mean, it's not like, but it kind of. But you kind of have to like that stuff. Like, Alex would hate it. Caroline would hate it. I told Tanya Jean, she's like, well, I'm going to start watching it. I am loving it. And it's like these people, oh, Steve the squirrel, hey Steve. Oh, he just went up like that. He was like, oh my God, what? Steve, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record you on my phone because you're just looking at me right now. And that, Steve! What are you doing, Steve? It's Steve the squirrel! Oh no, he's just got food in his mouth. Hold on, let me see if I can even spread this higher. Oh, it won't. What are you doing, Steve? Okay, instead of turning it around, this will be easier. Y'all want to see? Okay, hold on a second. What are you doing, Steve? It's Steve the squirrel! Hold on. Oh no, he's just got food in his mouth. Hold on, let me see if I can even spread this higher. Can you see him right there? What are you doing, Steve? What are you doing, Steve? It's Steve the squirrel! Here he is. Oh no, he's just got food in his mouth. Hold on, let me see if I can even spread this higher. We love you, Steve. Hi, honey. Did you miss me? Anyway, Steve the squirrel's back. So, I watched The Strain last night until, I think it was like 4:30 or something like that. I was going to start a next episode. So, it's one of those shows, like, when you get to the end of it, it doesn't necessarily end on a cliffhanger. Like, I hate when, like, every episode, I love it and I hate it. Caroline's watching Untamed right now, so we were talking about that at the pool. But I love it and I hate it when, like, an episode ends on a cliffhanger because you have to watch the next one. But this one, it didn't, like, every episode didn't necessarily, it wasn't conclusive. It didn't necessarily end on a cliffhanger. But so it's about these, like, 4 people, and they're kind of on the run. They're, like, trying to solve the mystery of the vampires, but they're on the run from the vampires at the same time. It's really good. So it's kind of like, you know, like, they're hiding out, sleeping in these. I love those kind of shows, because then when I go to bed, I'm like, oh my God, like, you know. So anyway, so then I went to bed, and yeah, and then I got up today, and I don't even know what time. So this was the thing. So today Caroline texted me. So Caroline had a work thing going on. I thought she was going to end up canceling the whole day because she texted me and she's like, I'm running late. She had like a closing transaction that happened like at the last minute. And so she was like, I've got to take care. Oh, my pool crew lady number 2 is out there. She was like, I've got to take care of this. She was like, and she was supposed to be here at 12:15. Yesterday she had said she might be early. So I was like, okay, well, what time do you think you'll be early? She's like, I don't know. The earlier the better though. She's like, because if we can get our errands run, she was like, then we can get to the pool as early as possible. And I said, well, I've only got like 3 or 4 places that I need to go. I said, so I'm not in any hurry, you know, like, come whenever you want. Like, we can get the errands run. I mean, we can bust them out like an hour or whatever. So today she texted me. I like woke up, did my prayers and meditations, and then like I looked at my phone, and she had texted me. I was trying to get that stuff done so in case she had texted me like canceled or whatever. And like when I first read her text, I thought she was canceling because she was like, I'm running really late. It's probably going to be at least 1. And so I texted her, and I said, so she's telling me what happened, and I said, okay, would it be easier for you to skip today? If today's not good, I totally understand, babe. And she's like, I should be fine to be there before 1, but it's totally up to you. I can't do any other day this week, though. And I said, okay, let's just do today. I don't have too much to do, just a few places. And she said, great, and I would like to go to the pool still, too. And I said, great. I said, okay, great, sounds good. And then she said, I'm headed that way, but I need to do a couple more things on my computer, so I'm going to be in your driveway, and just come out whenever you're ready. And I said, okay, sounds good. And I texted her when she got here, and I said, I'm getting ready right now. So, and then she texted me the name of the guy to call for the sliding glass door that she uses. And then when I would finish my video, I texted her because she was at the pool, and I said, my video is done. I'll be down in 5. So, or 5 to 10. So anyway, so she was supposed to be here at like 12:15. Well, it actually worked out perfect because I kind of took my time in getting ready today. Like, I didn't like hurry, and I have some phone calls to make. And so I was like cleaning up the kitchen a little bit, and I was like, okay, and because we knew we were going to the pool. So I was like getting the pool bag together. I brought down towels because I didn't know if she had a towel. And he is so cute. He is just sitting out there. He's like, he just went like that. And he picks up this nut. I put a bunch of peanuts down there, like, so I bought a bag of just full peanuts. So there's probably 20 peanuts on the ground right now, down there. And he's just like picking them up. Like you can see the full peanut, like with the shell and everything in his mouth. He's in 7th heaven right now. He loves it. So I packed my pool bag and had it ready in the kitchen. And I knew that Caroline wanted to put some stuff in the freezer so it would stay cold from the grocery store when we went. So I was like cleaning out an area in the grocery store, or cleaning out an area in the freezer so that I could put like her bags and stuff in there when we came back and whatever. And then like by that point, like she had just pulled into the driveway, and that's when I was like, I'm getting ready now. So I went upstairs and I got ready. I'd already brushed my camera stopped. I'd already brushed my teeth and washed my face and stuff like that. So so yeah, I just like, I threw on this shirt and my blue corduroy shorts and put on some sandals and my wedding band, and baby, we were ready to go. So, haven't made y'all wait long enough for the big news. What was that? So when I was out here earlier talking to my neighbor, so I was telling her about the squirrel, I was telling her about some other stuff, and the neighbors are getting very excited. Everybody's getting very excited. So when I was out here talking to my neighbor from across the street, this mourning dove, so she was standing like in my yard right in front of like the mailbox, and this mourning dove, I mean, I know what the mourning doves look like now because they're like the grayish blue. They're very pretty birds. I mean, Steve the squirrel is just like, this is so hilarious. He just is out there eating peanut after peanut. So anyway, his tail is like waggling back and forth and stuff. Some people said that they think that when squirrels, it's territorial, it's aggressive. I think mostly it's because he's just so happy eating the peanuts. Here, let's take another video of him. Steve. Steve, what are you doing? Oh, he just hopped up into the tree. Where are you at? Where'd you go? Oh, there he is. Oh. He might try to hang from the bird feeder. I might actually get this on film. This is probably how I spend about 4 or 5 hours of the day. Trying to catch Steve. Oh no, is he taking a nap? No. What are you doing, Steve? Oh no, he is. He just laid down. So he's taking a nap. Let me turn the volume down so you all don't have to listen to me talk all over again. Oh wait, is that it? Oh, I didn't get any of that. Or did I? Steve, what are you doing? Oh. Steve, what are you doing? Oh, he just hopped up into the tree. Where are you at? Where'd you go? Oh, there he is. Oh, he might try to hang from the bird feeder. I might actually get this on film. This is probably how I spend about 4 or 5 hours of the day. Trying to catch Steve. Oh no, is he taking a nap? No. What are you doing, Steve? Oh yeah. No, he is. He just laid down. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. Oh my God, can I get a picture? His paw is like over the side of the tree. Oh my God, can I get a picture of that from this far away? I don't want to stand up because it'll scare him. Can you guys see his little, you can't really see it on here, it's too dark. But he's like holding onto the side of the tree branch. Girl, girl, he is sleeping on the tree right now, you guys. I mean, he's like literally like this, holding on the tree, sleeping. Steve, are you having a good afternoon nap? Well, I might come up there and join you, honey. So anyway, I was talking to my neighbor across the street, and she was like standing in my yard, and she was standing in front of the mailbox, and this mourning dove flew like and landed in the street and was just like looking at her like, what are you doing in my yard? What are you doing in my yard? And I just scattered a bunch of like bird feed and like the peanuts and stuff down. He is so cute. He is just laying there on this tree branch. This is so sweet. And I love that they feel so safe to like the raccoons and the bunny rabbits and the squirrels and everything. They just feel so safe to just like come over here. Tani and I pulled in last night. She's like, you literally have like 3 bunny rabbits. And there's like 3 bunny rabbits in the yard. And I think it's a mother and a couple babies because the mother is bigger. And I don't see her very often. But the 2 little baby bunnies, I see them quite a bit. So anyway. So anyway, I was talking to her. And this morning, dove was like, went all the way around me and my neighbor, walked past us in the street, around, came back to the tree, and then another mourning dove flew down and landed right next to her, and they're like eating the food on the ground on the other, like they were like, you are in our yard, like you need to get out of our feeding space right now. So anyway, Steve is still there. I want to get a picture of him up close. Look at that. Look at Steve. Look, he's just sleeping there. Isn't he so sweet? He's put his head on the other side of it. Oh, little Steve. Look at his little paw. Oh, he just moved. Now he's like looking around the tree. Oh, he's going up to the branch. I think he's going to try to get this bird feeder. I think I'm going to call this vlog something like, oh, we went back and laid back down. Big news, big announcement, something like that. I don't know how to do this. I'll just be honest with you. I don't know how to do this. And I really kind of have thought it through, like how to do it. And I was talking to Nikki last night. I was talking to Tanya about it. So, I overshare sometimes. I think we know that. So I think I'm just gonna like. Nikki was like, just share what you want to share. Tanya was like, just share what you want to share. I think I'm just gonna share little bits and pieces of it. So we're getting a dog. I can't believe I just said that on video. It almost kind of doesn't feel real yet. So, okay. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so, like I said, people send me pictures and stuff all the time, okay? There were a couple, I think they were both out of state, rescues that people had sent me, like, to apply for. And I applied for both of them. This was last week. And I applied for both of them, and like immediately I got like emails back, thank you for applying, blah, 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 whatever. And then one of them I talked to the woman from, and the other one I didn't. So the one woman she was like, we have like 6 people ahead of you, blah, 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 whatever. And so anyway, she was very, very nice. The other person I never heard back from, but then my friend sent me something that said that the dog had been adopted. Okay, so then I was kind of like, I've kind of gone through this where it's like, I feel like it's supposed to happen. Like if I have a gut feeling that it's supposed to happen, like I've said, like I feel like, you know, like dogs, rescue dogs, whatever, pick their owners. So I just felt like it was like supposed to happen. So I was sent this information, and it was like it's a friend of mine that I knew like 15 years ago. We were actually talking about like back in the day, like Alex and I knew this girl from like going out, girl, she's my age, from back in the day, blah, 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 whatever. And so she fosters a lot of rescues, and she also fosters a lot of dogs that are surrendered and that like, you know, like their owners die and whatever. And so she was like trying to place this dog. Well, I had seen it, and I kind of showed it to Alex. And Alex is very much like I explained this. Like, dog 2 may be his decision, but dog 1 is my decision. And he's like, if you think it's the right dog, I was like, do you think it's cute? He's like, yes, I think he's adorable. He looks like a smaller version of Boo and Tucker. This is kind of what you wanted. You wanted this like scruffy little dog. I've always said I want weird looking little, you know, cute, but weird looking little ugly dogs, whatever. So, first time I was like, no, I don't know. Okay, there's a backstory to this I need to explain. So when I had therapy last Thursday, one of the things I talked to my therapist about was that, and I think I might have shared a little bit on this, but I am no expert on grief, but I've been through quite enough grief in my life that I know, oh, Steve just ran across the street, that I feel like I know what I'm dealing with, right? But one of the things I said to my therapist last week when I talked to him was, it doesn't surprise, I think I did share this, it doesn't surprise me that I'm still grieving at 8-9 months. It surprises me that I'm grieving on this level. So, and then last night in couples counseling, like Alex and I talked about this dog possibly. I had talked to her on the phone, blah, blah, all this, multiple times, all this stuff, right? So we discussed the reality of it, because basically I had to make a decision by today. And so I brought it up in therapy last night. Alex was like, babe, I think this would be great for you. You've wanted a dog for a long time. I know you're grieving. I'm really supportive of you doing this, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Alex is 100% supportive. Everybody's like, get this dog, get this dog. This is right. Get this dog, get this dog. So our therapist last night And while he's like talking to Alex, I can just feel my eyes welling up in tears in a way that I don't know. If you've ever been in therapy or counseling, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it takes you places you didn't really know you thought that way until that moment. And so, like, I mean, our therapist is sitting in the corner, Alex and I are on this couch. And so he's talking to Alex about, like, and Alex is like, I think it would be good for Peter. Like, you know, I think, like, we'll love this dog, and it'll be, you know, Peter can be responsible for training it, because Alex is like, you'll train this dog, you'll do this, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you know, this is going to be your dog. I will love it. I will be, you know, Dad, I'll help, but it will be your responsibility, you know? And I'm like, okay, I 100% get that. So, but I mean, Alex was so supportive last night, and like in my eyes, I started, like in my head, I started feeling like this is becoming a reality. Like this is really becoming a reality. And I'm very much like, and in all honesty, there's probably been more opportunities for me to adopt or rescue a dog that have come up in the last couple months that I have said no to. That probably felt right, but not perfect, if that makes sense. Like both Tanya and Caroline said to me in the last 24 hours, like, you are coming up with excuses to not adopt a dog. Like, you're coming up with excuses to not, you know, adopt or rescue a dog. Like, you're just making excuses not to do it at this point. And so when I was in therapy last night, Alex and our therapist were talking, and I could just feel my eyes well up with tears. And I could see that our therapist like start looking at me. And so when Alex was done, he said, Peter, what's going on with you? He's like, what is the obstacle? And I don't know why, like, I don't know that I didn't acknowledge this, but I have to tell you that since I've made this decision, and something may happen between now, but I don't think it will. And that's the only, because like, whenever I was talking, like, Nikki was like, don't say anything on video until you're absolutely sure about it, because I was like, oh no, I wouldn't. But everything is confirmed at this point, and everything has gone through, and everything is good, so there's nothing that should stop. I mean, I don't know what would stop it, but anyway. But I said to our therapist last night, I said, like, once I do this and I make this move, like, I know that Boo and Tucker and PP are gone. Like, I know that they're not coming back. But, like, once I start this new part of our life, like, that's gone forever. Like, Boo and Tucker and PP, like, all, and Alex is like, babe, no, it's not. Like, we have all the memories with them. Like, that's not gone forever. I'm like, it's gone. Like, that part of our life, like, of those 3 dogs that we had together, like, that's gone, you know, forever. And Alex is like, no, babe, we have the memories. And, but, like, whatever new dog, like, he doesn't know them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, and I'm, like, so in my head about this, like, Alex's aunt got Preciosa. It's just, you know, nobody thinks about it. Caroline got Mabel. She got, you know, Lola. She doesn't think about it. She's just like, I want this dog. I'm getting this dog. I'm like, oh my gosh, the camera fell. I don't know, maybe I was getting too emotional. But anyway, you know, everybody in my life, like, they don't think it through the way, I mean, they think it through. It's not like, I mean, you know, Caroline, when she adopted Mabel and she adopted her other dogs and stuff, like, I mean, she introduced her dogs to it, brought them home, all that stuff to see if it works out. But it wasn't like, it was this long process. Like, I think one day Caroline, like, I remember her calling me and she was looking at Mabel. And the next day they went and looked at it. And then, like, Mike brought the dogs and Caroline had to meet, and Mike adopted Mabel. Like, that's how it worked, right? So it's not like this months of going into it. Like, if Caroline saw a dog tomorrow that she wanted to adopt or rescue, like, she would immediately do that, you know? And so, and everybody I know is like that. Like, I don't know, like, I think I'm almost kind of like, and I get in my head about anything, you know, like, all things I always in my head. And like, Alex last night and our therapist was like, you are overthinking this thing. And Alex said, did I just say this? I don't know, but Alex said, I think I did just say this, but the one thing that really stood out to me that he said was like, we didn't put this much thought into Boo and Tucker. Like, we literally just went and did it and got them, and we ended up having an amazing, you know, 15 years with Boo, you know, almost 13 years with Tucker. We had great lives with them. He was like, you're thinking too much about this. So then I talked to Tanya about it. Then I talked to Nikki about it. Then I talked to Caroline about it. I talked to my sponsor about it. I talked to everybody about it, right? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Well, so I had to make the decision today. So here's the deal. So, it's a surrender is what it is. And I didn't really understand what that meant, but so my friend works with a lot of like rescue organizations and she fosters a lot of dogs, okay? So this specific situation is that, so it's a boy dog, and he and his two sisters, they're trying to, like, they're surrenderers. Like, the people can't keep them, and they can't keep the other dogs as well. So they just are like, cannot find any homes for this. Well, it's currently out of state, and so she's like redoing her mom's house because her mom's passed away. So she's like there in this town, and these dogs came up, and so since this is what she does, they contacted her, and so she cannot like find a placement for this dog, and so if the dog is not placed, then there's a possibility. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Very sad. So that's where kind of like the rush was, because she's like, I have 4 dogs. I would take this dog tomorrow. She was like, but I cannot have 5 dogs. She was like, and it's, you know, like they've surrendered it, and she's like, the dog is great, and you know, like if you know, anyway, so yesterday I talked to her about it, and she explained to me everything about the dog. The dog is very, very small. He's very, very little. If you could draw a picture of what the dog I've described that I want, he looks exactly like that. So I talked to her about everything. She was like, here's my one condition. She was like, that I make with anybody that, like, I fostered a dog, or, like, you know, I've, like, you know, helped rescue a dog for, or whatever, that I work in the, she's like, I want to continue to be able to see this dog, because, so the dog is 5 months old and has been staying with her for a while. So she's like, I want to continue to, like, see the dog, like, you know, maybe once a month or once every other month, be able to come over and, like, play in the yard with it. I was like, 100%. And she was like, what is this? And so she knows, like, Tanya and stuff. So she was like, and I know that, you know, Tanya owns a kennel. She goes, but anytime that you ever need to go out of town, or if you want to, like, you know, just go out of town for the night or whatever, she goes, whether it's 10 days or whether it's a night, she goes, I will watch him. Like, I won't charge you. I'll just watch him because he already knows my dogs and he gets along with them and all this kind of stuff. Everything just completely seemed to line up. I mean, it was literally like looks-wise, the dog. So he's very small. He'll probably only be 5 or 6 pounds, and he is 2.1 pounds right now. He's adorable, you guys. I have videos, I have pictures, and so he is part Chihuahua, part Shih Tzu. He is adorable. And so he has 2 sisters. None of them look the same at all. Alex today was like, so his one sister he's black and white. So his one sister is all black, and she has 1 white paw. And Alex is like, does that dog have 1 white paw? And I was like, yeah. And I thought Alex was going to be like, let's get her too, because I've always wanted a bonded pair. So what's interesting about it is one of the things that she said the sisters are bonded, but he's not really bonded with them. And she said, and she's taking care of him specifically, but not the sisters. Like, they interact sometimes, but she doesn't, so anyway. So she said the sisters are bonded, but he's not bonded with them. And she said to me on the phone, she said, he's really kind of like a loner dog. Like, he will be so good just like with you and Alex, because he just kind of likes to do his own thing. And I immediately thought of Boo Radley. I was like, oh my God, it's like Boo Radley. Like, he's his own person, you know? And she said that. I mean, she didn't say he's his own person, but she said he's like his own dog. And she's like, he's got this like really unique personality. And she's like, he's just funny and he's lovable. And she's like, he sleeps in bed with me every night. And so I was like, oh my God, this is like perfect. And she's like, Peter, I would take him. She's like, but I cannot have 5 dogs. She's like, that is how much I love this dog. And she said, and if we can't place him with you, then I will take him. I will continue to take him until something has to happen. But then it was like another woman was kind of like interested in him. And so I was like, it's either going to be a horrible outcome or maybe this other woman. But the other woman was like kind of like this, like there was, so it was looking like it was going to have to go to a rescue, and then she wasn't going to know what was going to happen, or a shelter, and she didn't know what was going to happen with it because she has to come back to Indianapolis. So she's like, I either bring the dog back to Indianapolis and I, you know, put it with one of the shelters that I know here, which one of the shelters she was going to put it with was a shelter that I had applied for. And so I was like, okay, so she's going to put it with this shelter that I applied for another dog at, and they get like 1,000 applications a week. You know, this just seems like it's supposed to happen. So I've literally talked to her so many times in the last 24 hours. Okay. So she was like, this other woman is kind of on standby, but I don't think she's really, it's a woman that's calling for her friend. So she doesn't even know these people. And she said, I would really feel better if I knew. She's like, you and Alex are such great animal parents. You guys are such great dog parents. I know you guys. She knew Pee-Pee. And so she was like, it would make me feel really good for you to have this dog. Like, I think this dog is a great fit for you guys. I would love for you guys to have this dog. She was like, I love the shelter, but I would rather just be able, you know, whatever. And so, hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. And so I was like, okay. And so yeah. Now the problem is, because he's a surrender and like there's not like, he's had his first rounds of shots, but he's not neutered, he's not microchipped, none of that kind of stuff. So I'll have to do all that. So I was calling the vet today and getting all these, and I don't have a name. I don't have a name for him. I have 24 dog names on a list, which I've now added 3 more last night, so it might be 3 that I had for whatever next dog we got. And Tani and I narrowed it down to 3. Alex was like, he liked 2 of the 3 names. But he was like, you name the dog whatever you want to name it, babe. I don't really care. Nikki liked 1, but not the other 2. My neighbor next door, so all the neighbors know. I've already told all the neighbors about it, and they're all really, really excited about it. And I'm really excited about it. Last night, I was scared. I was apprehensive. I was like, this is such a huge step. Like, am I ready to do this? He's pretty trained already. Like, so she told me, she goes, I said, you know, my sleep schedule is weird. She goes, my sleep schedule is weird. She goes, I don't go to bed till 3 or 4. I go, how is he doing? She goes, he is completely fine. She goes, he sleeps right next to the pillow, next to my head. And she's like, I take him out before I go to bed. He sleeps through the whole night, and he like gets up, and when I get up, I take him out. She's like, she sent me a picture of him sleeping on her lap while she was like doing computer work today. She was like, he's great. She's like, he goes and plays in the yard. He stays right by me. So last night I was a little apprehensive. I was a little nervous about it. But then I was like, I was pretty sure that I was going to make the choice. And so I got online last night and I ordered like a dog bed for him, a dog blanket, like Boo's and stuff like that. That Boo loved, the purple one. I got him some other stuff. Caroline and I today went to the pet store, went to PetSmart, and I bought, I mean, he's tiny, you guys. He's real small. Like, I think he's smaller than, and he's 5 months old, he's smaller than Boo and Tucker were like when we got them. And I think they were like 3 months when we got them. He's small, and he's not going to be super big. He'll only be like 5 or 6 pounds. She said his dad is like 9 pounds, and the mom is like 3 pounds. So she's like, it just kind of depends. But anyway, and so the whole situation is like, the whole surrendering situation is it's really a sad situation. I mean, it's like this family just cannot take care of these animals anymore. So it's not just the 3 puppies, it's like, it's just a sad situation. And interestingly enough, this is not how I thought that I would get a dog, you know, like through a surrender. I thought like, you know, it would be like, I don't know, that's not how I thought. And so when I was talking to her about it, she was like, do you know how many rescue like dogs are surrenders? Either their like owners like pass away and no family member will take them, which that's always been such a huge conversation. Like when we had our dogs and stuff, like we had that written up, like who would take care of our dogs and how that would all happen. Like that's always so interesting to me, but it makes me sad, you know, like with elderly people and whatever. So anyway, I will tell you, you can leave whatever dog. So he's black and white, and he's scruffy looking. Exactly what I explained. I mean, this is why it's so weird, okay? He's smaller than what I thought I would get. But the videos, I mean, he's got such, like, she takes these videos of him. I mean, he's just got, like, he just kind of, like, sits down, and he, like, looks at her and stuff like that, and he rolls over, and, so, like, I talked to the vet today, like, ran everything by her. She's like, Peter, I think this is a good fit. And I was like, what do you think about the surrendering thing and stuff like that? She's like, well, I want you definitely to bring him in. Like, let's get an appointment on the books and stuff like that. So, she's like, but I'm not worried about it. She's like, everything sounds good, you know, blah, 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 whatever. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it. It feels really weird that, I mean, we haven't had a dog in this house since October. So, Saturday. Alex has a girlfriend of his that is in town, okay? So, this is the deal. So, she's coming into town not Alex's friend. She's like coming back from Kentucky. She's coming into town late Friday night. And then Saturday, she has like things, I think she's going to a concert Saturday night. And so she's like, but she has things to do in the morning. So she's like, can you come over at a specific time? Well, Alex is like, I can do that, but Alex has a girlfriend that's coming in from out of town, plus it's one of his girlfriend's 40th birthday. It's this huge deal that they're having with all these girls he used to work with at this pool. So we can't cancel on it, and we didn't know that this was happening on Wednesday. And so he's like, can you ask her if she can come, if we can come over there earlier? So I asked her, and she's like, yeah, let me see if I can move some things around, blah, 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 whatever. So we're going over there. So she lives close to us. We're going over there to get him on Saturday. I'm so excited. I'm excited and I'm nervous, and it just is like this whole new world, and I don't know, but I got all kinds of stuff today. I got him a little harness. She said, she goes, you need to, like, he's so small, you need to buy like a cat, you know, like collar for him. And, but then when we were at the pet store, the woman was like, well, they make like extra small. Like, so we got like a collar, we got like harness, I got little water bowls and stuff, because all that stuff at Boo and Tucker's I already like put away. And that's their stuff. Some of the stuff I think I'm gonna like keep out and use. Like Alex and I were talking about that last night. Like nothing that was specifically like specific toys of Tucker's and Pee-Pee's. Boo didn't really play with toys, but like the ladies that are chewed up and stuff, those were Tucker's toys and Pee-Pee's toys. Those are boxed up. Those are gonna be their dogs. Or those are gonna be theirs and memories of theirs. But like Boo Radley's bed, Boo Radley's blanket, that's his stuff, will go away. But like the big bed down in the living room that we had down there forever, like I'm gonna have that out. Like I think I'm gonna bring it back out to like put down there, because I mean it was all the dogs. Boo didn't really even get in that bed that much. Tucker would get in it, Pee-Pee would get in it, but like it didn't even get a lot of use. It's still pretty like brand new. So I think I'm gonna run it through the washer and put it up there, because it's like it's a huge bed, and then when we're down there watching TV or something, he can just like lay in that bed, or like if he's not like laying right next to us. And then bought him a new bed, bought him a new bowl, bought him, I mean, I was asking her like what he's eating and stuff like that. So bought him food, bought him treats. I was asking him if he can like chew little bones and stuff. And she was like, well, his teeth are really, he's 5 months old, Peter. He's very small. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. So I've got him so much stuff. It's sitting in the bags in there because I wanted to show Alex. Got him his first toy. His first toy was a duck. This little duck that I got. But I bought him some more toys. I ordered that online. But I bought him some more toys. And I have treats and all kinds of stuff. It was kind of a sad moment when I was at Trader Joe's today. Like, we were like in the candle section. The pet section's right next to it. And I lifted this bag up of like these treats that Boo Radley loved. And I like held them, and Caroline goes, oh, you should get those. You're gonna get them. Because, you know, everybody in my life now knows about this. Caroline and, you know, our families and everybody. And I said, well, these were Boo's favorite. And she said, well, then those will be his favorite too. And so I got them for the little guy. And every dog will be so completely different, you know? I will say that since I made the decision today, I have been so happy all day long. I've just been so happy today. And I just really feel like this is supposed to happen. And the battery just went to the halfway mark. This is supposed to happen, and it's going to be this fantastic thing, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm sure it's not going to be without its difficulties, whether training him or just getting used to having a little puppy in the house again and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we haven't had a puppy in this house in 16 years. We haven't had a puppy in this house. So it's going to be an adjustment. I'm fully aware of that. Alex and I were talking about training stuff, which of course I'm completely in charge of. But I'm kind of excited about all of that. So, yeah, got all the stuff. I'm really excited. I said to her on the phone, I said something about like walking and whatever. She goes, he's not a great leash walker. She's like, but that he can learn. She goes, he's so small, Peter, though. She goes, this is not a dog that's going to walk like a mile on a leash. She's like, you can't take him on a mile. She's like, he gets tired real quick. She's like, I take him out in the yard and he runs around for a little bit. And she's like, in 15 minutes later, he's like, he just lays down on the grass. Like, he's so tired. She goes, he's a real little dog. So like, I mean, I've seen pictures. I know how little he is. But, like, just to put this in perspective, she has a Yorkie that's like, I think 4.5 pounds. And she took like a picture of him next to the Yorkie, and he's like, I mean, he's little. So my dad and my stepmom have had really little dogs before, so I don't know. Boo and Tucker rule. She said to me, she goes, he might get big. She goes, he might be like 15 pounds. Who knows? She goes, he might like, I mean, she said he's only, he's still 5 months. She goes, but she's like, at this point, like, he hasn't really grown, like, a whole lot and whatever. But she hasn't been with him the whole time either, because I just surrendered him like a while ago. So she was like, he hasn't grown since I've been with him. But anyway, so I was asking about the food and the treats and all kind of stuff. But she's like, Peter, you're going to love him. You guys are going to be so great for him. She was like, I'm so excited about this. She's like, it feels like the perfect fit. And so today, I don't know. I felt like so like tense thinking about it. And it all kind of just happened suddenly too. Like it didn't happen suddenly. Like I saw the picture, like, sent me the picture and stuff like that a couple days ago. But then like when she still couldn't place a dog, then I was like, okay, because any other dog that like I've been interested in and I think about it and then I think, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow, the next day they've been adopted or rescued. I mean, the very, very next day, they're gone. And so I'm like, oh, like this is just, I mean, I showed, like the pictures that I was sent to Alex and I was like, what do you think? And he was like, I think his first response was, he was like, oh my God, she fosters so many dogs, is what he said, or something like that. He was like, she's constantly fostering dogs. And I said, I know. And I said, but what do you think? And he goes, he looks like a small Boo and Tucker, like exactly what you're looking for. And he said, which I think is kind of cool that he's Chihuahua mixed too, because that's what Pee-Pee was. But he said, why didn't you act on it? And I said, I don't know. And then when like he was still available, and then the decision had to be made because she was like, I'm gonna either have to bring him back to Indianapolis to like put him at the shelter if it doesn't follow through with either you or this woman. And the other woman wasn't really that interested because it was for her friend. She wasn't really that interested. So she's like, if you don't want him, then it's gonna have to go to the shelter if they'll take him. And she was like, and I didn't understand the whole process. She was explaining that all to me. So then I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I need to make the decision today. So I got, so she said, I really want you to like, sleep on it. So I went to bed last night. I prayed so hard on this. And I woke up today, and I would love to tell you that I had this feeling like God spoke to me and said, you're supposed to have this dog, but I didn't. I actually woke up today and I didn't feel a whole lot different than I did last night when I went to bed. And I was like, huh, what is that? And then I was like, you know what that is that you needing to be a grown-ass adult and make a decision. And so I did my prayers and meditations, and then I came out here and I called her and I said, let's do it. Like, let's do it. Alex is on board. I'm on board. Everybody tells me it's time to get a dog. I'm ready to do it. She goes, Peter, this is gonna be a perfect match for you. So, and then I called the vet. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Oh my gosh, the tripod fell again. And you guys, when I reached up to touch the camera is so burning hot, and it's been at the halfway mark for a minute. So I have a feeling that this is going to probably be over quickly, and I am burning up, and I want to take my walk. And then I think I might like jump in the pool again and then come back and take a shower and put my cozy pajamas on. But anyway, so that's Saturday. So Saturday we will be getting the dog. I don't know what Saturday will look like as far as like, I'm not even worried about it right now. If I have, 20 minutes to vlog, I'll vlog for 20 minutes. If I don't, I won't. And I'll just put up an announcement and let you guys know. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of play. And I'm just putting that out there because I know there'll be somebody that doesn't watch this vlog that's like, what happened? Where's Peter? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll put up an announcement if that happens. But I'm just going to kind of play this weekend by, just kind of play it each, day by day and see kind of how things go. And yeah, but of course I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very, very excited about it. And it's weird, It's weird to know that, like, this is where I get in my head so much, right? That I'm like, this little guy is going to be living with us from Saturday until, and our lives will be forever, like, molded together and changed. And he doesn't know us yet, and we don't know him. I mean, I think about, like, Pee-Pee and, Tucker and Boo and how much those little guys changed us, and Boo and Tucker only knew us, they had, like, obviously they knew other people and whatever, but like the majority of their lives we were the only people that they ever knew and they relied on. We were their dads, and that relationship that you have with a pet is so unique and so special. So yeah, starting over. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. But I also don't know what that's going to be like, you know? Like, with each dog that we've had, like, it's looked so different. Like, my relationship with Pee-Pee was so different than my relationship with Tucker than was my relationship with Boo. And, you know, like, with Boo, it was so different because Tucker and Pee-Pee were gone, so it was just us. So this is going to be more kind of like that relationship until we get, like, a second dog, which we, you know, might do at some point. So, I don't know. But I'm excited about it. And I wanted to come over here. I said to you guys that I would let you guys know what the process was, like, as it goes. And you know, I didn't want to just be like, hey, look, I got a dog. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to do that. And you guys have been here with me through so much, through the grieving process with Boo and Tucker and Pee-Pee. And you guys have just been here through so much. And I just really, really appreciate it that I wanted to kind of let you guys know what was going on with this as well. And I'm sure a lot of you will get excited about that as well. So thank you for the support and the comfort and the love. Myself, Alex, our families, my friends, all the love and support we have appreciated for so many years. And this little guy will be no different. But I will let you guys know his name when a name has been chosen. So, and I don't think I'll know it until the moment that I hold him. I've got like 3 names I'm going back and forth with, but I think I'll know it like the moment that I hold him. That's what Tanya said. So I think that's true. And I think the names will kind of surprise you. They're kind of common dog names. They're not like character names and unique names. They're kind of like, well, one of them is kind of unique, but they're doggish names. So anyway, okay, the battery's flashing at me, so I'm gonna get off here. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Bye. I forgot that I have to turn it off. Anyway, I'm nervous. I love you guys. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena.